In this video, I'm going to explain about Pandas library in Python. I will give you a brief introduction about the Pandas library first, then I will explain the concepts through some example programs. I will open a document. I will provide the definition of Pandas and the expansion of Pandas. Let's see this. Pandas allows us to analyze big data and make conclusions based on statistical theories. So big data means huge volumes of data. The data may be available in the form of unstructured, structured, and semi-structured. There are three forms. Initially, it is maybe in the unstructured format. Maybe we can sometimes the data is available in the form of semi-structured. Sometimes the data is already available in the structured format. Whatever it will be, but the data is available in three forms. That may be in unstructured, that may be in semi-structured, or that may be in structured format. See here, the main use of Pandas library is to analyze the big data. So it's not deals with a small amount of data. Generally, this library is helpful to analyze, studying the huge volumes of data. And there are two major challenges in big data. One is storage, the other one is processing. So we need to accommodate sufficient memory to store the huge volumes of data. That is first thing. If we are providing a memory or file system to provide to save these contents or data, the next thing is how do we can access the data whenever it required, and how do we apply the logic on the data and how it is going to be processed. That is called one more challenge. So storage is one major challenge, and processing is one more major challenge in big data. So such kind of things can be handled by this library. And it is also having two more things, that is one is pandas can clean. You can see this. Cleaning is nothing but when the data is missing some fields in the original data sets means set of data, a set of records are there. In that set of records, sometimes some unfilled things are there. Maybe the same record is repeated twice or thrice or more than one time in your data. Then the time we need to identify the duplication of the records, and we need to maintain only one time. Sometimes some fields are missed. In those places, what are the data fields values that we need to fill in those missed fields. So those decisions can also be taken with the help of some techniques. So pandas can help in cleaning messy data sets and make them readable and relevant. And one cleaning, the one more important thing is called data cleaning. So cleaning of data means fixing bad data in the data set. See, in our input data set only some missing contents are there, like you can see here. I am going to highlight these four things. There are sometimes the fields doesn't hold any values. Those are called as empty cells. Maybe the data is not in the expected format, in the wrong format, or data is available but some wrong input values are filled in those fields. Where data is available but multiple times the same data is repeated. So that means we need to focus on these four parameters. This we need to address these four. That process is called as data cleaning. Data cleaning. One more thing. So empty cells, and data in wrong format, wrong data, and duplicates. So we need to address these four. Again, I'm repeating. Empty cells. We need to identify the cells which are not holding the values. Cell is nothing but we are maintaining the data in the form of a tabular form. The intersection portion of a row and column is called a cell. So empty cells means the cell doesn't hold any value. So such type of things we need to address. Data in the wrong format. That means we are expecting some format, maybe the date field, or maybe your is you are expecting some number format values, but in that place some other format values are available. So we need to address such kind of things. And wrong data, irrelevant data may be holded in that data set. Data is available, but the same data is repeated or duplicated multiple times. So this addressing these four is called as cleaning the data. Before we are passing this data set to our program, we need to keep it ready by applying the cleaning process. That is the importance of data cleaning. And here one more word you can see, actually Pandas library is used in the field of data science. This one. So this is the definition of data science. Just I'm enhancing this one. Just wait. So data science is a branch of computer science, and here we are going to study how to store and how to use and how to analyze the data for deriving information from it. So we are looking for some hidden patterns that are available in the original data set. I can give one simple example. In a classroom, there are 60 students are there. In these 60 students, data is available. The students who scored marks in different theory subjects as well as the lab subjects, and attendance details also available in the data set. So all 60 students records is available. But I am looking for only the students who scored above 60 in a particular subject. I am looking for one more pattern. I need to find out how many students are failed in subject 4. I am looking for how many students are scored full scores in subject 3. These are called the required information, that is called hidden patterns. So already the data is available in the original data set, but I want to extract them, means I want to extract the knowledge. That is, I want to find out the hidden patterns that are available in the original data set. So that job is done by this field that is called data science. It is deals with the data sets. So where we study how to store. So how can we store a large amount of information, huge volumes of data, how it is going to be stored, what kind of file system mechanism is going to be used to store, maintain such huge volumes of data. Once we provide the storage, then the next thing is how can you process. As I told you that process is nothing but how can we use it. I may select the records, I may insert the records, I may update the data set, I may delete the a few part of the data sets. So that is called as usage. Once it is available, and the next one is analyzing. As I told you that I want to analyze how many students are failed in subject 1, how many students are scored full marks in subject 2, how many students are scored from this mark to this mark. So I want to get this kind of information, that is called, I want to do some analysis on this field. This is called data science. So actually the Pandas library is used in the field of data science. Now I am going to explain about a few programs I'm going to explain. Actually, Pandas is maintain the data sets in two forms. The first one is called series and the next one is called data frame. In this video, I'm going to explain about how we are going to maintain the data in the form of a series. Series means it is a serial data, only one dimensional array. That is, the data is available in only one dimension. That means only one column information that is available. That is called series. So first I will show you one example program. I will open the IDLE tool. This one, IDLE tool, and open a new Python file. So first thing is we need to import the library. So we are dealing with the data sets related to data science. So I'm importing Pandas library. When I assign a meaningful alias name for this one, first I'm defining a list L1 or a list L. L is equals to, just suppose 10, 50, 30 something I given for this list. Now there is one variable I am taking a. This is going to generate a one dimensional series. The series is a function defined under Pandas library. Inside this series I am going to pass the above list L as an argument to this function. After this I am trying to print the data set that is assigned for variable a. Very simple. I am importing the libraries and I initialized a list. This list I supplied as an argument to the series function, which is defined under Pandas library. Instead of using Pandas, just I assign an alias name. So wherever I need Pandas, I can substitute with PD. So PD dot series, and this results something. So that result is holding in a variable called a. I want to print what are the values that are available in this series variable a. So this is the first demo program under Pandas. So I can give you some meaningful name like Pandas demo 1, like that. demo1.py, file extension is .py. Pandas series, we are going to deal with series, so I will give you series demo 1. Now I will try to run this program. So initially I initialized a list, and I passed that list as an argument to the series function, and that series function I am trying to print with the help of print function. So print, you see my data list contains the three items, list items called 10, 50, 30. Okay, when I'm trying to print what is this 10? 10 is an integer data type is holded by the particular list, and here 64 bits are allocated. That means 8 bytes size is allocated for integer in Python. So 10, 15, 30, 10 is referenced by index 0, 50 is referenced by index 1, and 30 is referenced by index 2. So the default indexing is assigned by Python interpreter, that is beginning from 0. The first record in series. So if you see here, it is a single column. 10, 15, 30 is a single column data. That's why it is called as a series. The same program, I will do one more modification. I will do some changes in this one. Yeah, in the same previously, if you see here, the index values are assigned like 0, 1, 2. Suppose I want to assign my own index values, like this. Suppose the first one is subject 1, the next one is subject 2, the next one is subject 3. And list is closed here. These three names I want to, in place of 0, if I didn't pass this one, 0 is displayed in that one. If I didn't pass this second one, then index 1 is displayed. If I didn't pass this one, index 3 is displayed. So I want to replace 0 with subject 1, 1 with subject 2, 3 with subject 3. If I didn't pass this index attribute, what happened? By default, the indexing is beginning from 0, 1, 2, like that. Some series numbers, sequence numbers are displayed. In place of sequence numbers 0, 1, 2, I want to display these labels: subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. So I done some changes, so I need to save this one and rerun the program. You can observe the result. See, previously 0 is referred, 0 index is reference to the first field, 1 is second field, 2 is third field. But now I replace them with subject 1, subject 2, and subject 3. So this is the use of index 1, index attribute. And one more, yeah, I will just copy this program. I will create a new one. Now, in place of a plain list, this time I am going to create items with the help of dictionary. How can we create dictionary in Python? Using braces, key colon value. So key colon value means on day 1. So for example, day 1, or like this, I can do it subject 1, marks code in subject 1, and marks code in subject 2, key colon value, and separate with comma if more number of fields are there, more number of fields, subject 3, colon, next subject marks. Suppose I want to maintain 3 subjects. So it is a dictionary, so I'm enclosing the items in braces. Now I want to pass, so this is a dictionary, so for readability purposes I'm giving it as a D. Here also it is given. And this one here, if I'm using, I remove this indexing and I'm using only this one, and I will save this program with another name, Panda series dictionary.py. Using dictionary, I'm going to create a series. You can see. I will close this. I will close this one so that previous outputs will be erased. Yeah, I will rerun the program again. So you can find out this one. 45 are the marks that are obtained in subject 1. 55 are the marks obtained in subject 2. 65 are the marks obtained in subject 3. It's a single column data, means only one student information. a particular student obtained scored 45 marks in subject 1, 55 marks in subject 2, 65 marks in subject 3. Suppose I don't want all these subjects information, I want only a particular subject marks. Suppose I want only subject 3 marks, then here I can pass here d comma index is equals to, in square brackets I can specify the subject name. Suppose if I specify subject 2, it returns only subject 2 information of the particular student. You see here, you see, when I pass the index attribute, but that is assigned with only one particular indexing, that is labeled as subject 2, out of the 3 records only it is returns only one record. See, sometimes I don't want to, because subject 1 teacher will interested to look into subject 1 marks in that particular student. Subject 2, the teacher who teaches the subject 2, they are interested to look into the subject 2 marks only. Similarly, subject. So sometimes if the requirement is like this, then we can filter the data based on indexing fields like this. You can see here. So if I given here subject 3, once I done some changes, then immediately I need to save it, then rerun the program. You can observe the changes. So this time it returns subject 3. Why it returns subject 3? Because I changed the index value as subject. If I place subject 1, then only subject 1 field is written by this. So in this way, a series of information is created with the help of lists or dictionaries, and we can also access the data that is as per our requirement. And one more thing here, in place of print here means it prints all the information. Suppose here I remove this indexing part, and if I try to access the data based on index, suppose a of 0, a is nothing but our series. The output of the series is stored in a variable called a. So I want to access in my series, I want to access the first element. 0 index means first element. Now what will happen? Just you see. You see, only the first element, that is element key value, key won't be part of the output, only value is the part of the output. So that is printed here. 45 is printed. So I'm closing the previous outputs again. One more. Suppose if I place here 2 means we are expecting this one. 65 is available at index 2, 55 is available at index 1, 45 is available at index 0. You can do this one. Okay, so 65 is written by this one. Suppose if I place a of 0, a of 1, a of 2 means that particular individual series items are printed. If I want to access individual items, I can use this one. If I want to access subset of items, I can take the help of index. If I want to print all the items, I can directly print the series name. That's enough. So like this, we can use Pandas library on series.